All right, we're recording. Hey, Boris, thank you. I'm excited to have you. For those of you who are just going to be watching this, Boris is a good friend of mine. As part of this fundraising interview series, I'm interviewing a lot of people, experts in SEO, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, maps ranking, print ads, you name it. But I'm excited to talk to Boris today because I've seen him over the last 1 year, last couple of years actually, 3, 4 years since I've known him, has had a job full time. Along with his job, he started a Facebook ads agency. And I've been watching him real time. About a year and a half ago, he was able to get his Facebook ads agency income to more than his job, so that he was able to quit his job, got married, had a kid, bought a house, all in the 1 year, the last 1 year to 1.5 years, I would think. Like, if anyone wants to know about transformation, it's probably Boris. So I'm excited to talk about that. So welcome, Boris. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's actually how we met through my 2 jobs ago is how we met, like 3 years ago,
Yes,
actually.
yes, I remember
Yeah,
that. Yes,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
sending some leads to one of those companies, and you were working in that company.
Yeah, and then when I quit the company to start my own thing, I said, man, Saravanan would be a good person to connect with. I was already doing my own thing, which I'll talk about in a bit, and then now we're here. So thank you. I'm
Yep,
excited to be on here. Let me know how
awesome.
I could start, what I could share, and then we could just kind of go from there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why don't we do this? Why don't we talk about what do you do now, what and all that, and then we'll go back into okay, just what was your life previous to marketing and all that.
Sure. So I'm 35, happily married with our first boy, 14 months old now. And I live up here in San Francisco Bay Area. I run a marketing agency that focuses on paid ads. So it's Facebook, Google, email, and then to kind of loop everything all together, like everything and in between social media marketing, like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, stuff like that, right? More so the content creation side because that's what I do on the side for fun. Well, that's what I did before. Got me really good at it. I was able to just partner with a whole bunch of brands, became a content creator, was getting paid to become a content creator, and took that experience to build my agency, which now I do full time from the comfort of my home or wherever that has Wi-Fi.
Wow, that's awesome. So you're both into organic and paid social media.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
when I mean organic, it's like, creating valuable content, like short form content. Let me be really specific because when I have a lot of business owner friends like yourself, and we've had multiple talks, right, Saravan, of like, hey, what content do I make? Dude, just keep it simple, man, right? Just keep it simple. I watched this show called The Office. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Yep.
And they have this acronym. It's KISS, KISS. It's called Keep It Simple, Stupid, right?
Yep.
And every time I try to overthink something, I'm just like, no. Let's just keep it super simple. So that's where I'm at right now.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
I want to deep dive into it as much as possible. Why don't we start before that?
Yeah.
As far as you could go, where were you? How were you? How did you get into marketing? All of that stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for asking. So I'll try to condense this, but I already knew from like a very young age that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know it like in what, right? Like I loved selling eBay, like stuff on eBay, right? Like buying stuff from like garage sales and then flipping it. And I'm like, wow, I can actually do this. So I did that, and I was doing that throughout college, right? And I was I was a great student up until like 8th grade, man. I don't know what the heck happened. Maybe just like hormones or something or puberty. And I just like really got involved in like sports. I focused myself on like basketball. And then I just like kind of was like, I was like a 2.5 GPA student, right? Like I was not good. And then so I tried to go the junior college route for like 2 years and then transfer. And man, I just couldn't do it. Like at that time, I was going to school while all my other friends were going to like prestigious universities, right? Getting full rides, getting this, getting that. And man, I was like so insecure. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Trying to find my way. And so basically from like, so I dropped out of college, and then from like 18 to maybe 27, just like random sales jobs, man. Like sales jobs that I would probably making like $40,000, $50,000 at most, right? And the reason I got
Yeah.
into sales was because it was like, what's the way I can make a good living while living in LA at the time without a college degree? And I felt like sales was it. And then when I got to like 28, 29, I was like, okay, I should probably like figure this out. And so I was really good at sales, and I was really good at like social media because I started this Instagram thing, and then people started paying me. And then I came across like a course, and this guy was like, yeah, pretty much I earn like 1,500 a month just selling or helping generate leads to like clients, right? And I was like, huh, this is interesting. So I bought the course, finished it in the weekend, and then I had my first paying client in like a month, and that client paid me like $3,000. I had no idea what the heck I
Your
was
first
doing.
paying client was 3,000 a month?
Yeah, 3,000
That's
bucks.
awesome.
Yeah, and it was this boba shop up here in San Francisco. They had like 20 locations, and they're like, hey, we need to do this we need to get customers. We heard you can do it. And I was like, yeah, I could do it, right? But knowing that I had just graduated from my course, I barely knew how to do it. So
So you started running, was that course on Facebook ads?
it was just Facebook ads, yes.
Awesome.
Facebook ads. And so fast forward, I had a full-time, like I'll tell you this, Ravnan, my my highest paying job for my sales job ever was the most recent one that I quit like 3 years ago. I was selling SEO to HVAC and plumbers and electricians. So I learned a lot about SEO, right? I learned a lot about like HVAC. I was good at selling, and that job was paying me $75,000 base plus like uncapped commission. So to me, that was like, wow, this is the most money I've ever made. At that time, this was back in 2021. My side business was already generating maybe like a consistent $2,000 a month, and I had been doing this for about like 2 years now. My Facebook ads, right? $2,000 a month, and I'm earning like $5,000-6,000 a month on my full-time job. Right. And then the pandemic will hit and everything, and then everyone that basically said no to me during like 2019, 2020 all came back and was like, hey, I can't be open right now, but I still need people to buy from me. I said, well, dang.
Yeah.
Look who, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So basically I got to a point where my side business was out earning my full-time by like 3x at one point.
Wow.
And then so I sat my wife down and I said, hey, honey, like this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. What do you say we put a plan in action, and then we just kind of figure it out? She goes, okay, what if we write it out to the end of the year? This was like March at the time. She goes, why don't we give it till December? And then from there, if it's consistent, then feel free, like us, we can do it.
So when did you leave your job again?
I left my job in October of 2022.
2 years now. Wow. All right.
Yeah, 2 years.
So that was an awesome story. And when you mentioned that you were a great student up until 8th grade, and then you graduated with 2.8, or you didn't even graduate at 2.8, I get reminded of the saying. I don't know if you heard it, right? A grade students, the guys who made A grade in college now work for the guys who make B grade, yeah. And they both work for the guy who owns the company who was making C grade, right? So there you go, yeah. Man.
And I'll tell you this much, man. Like, I have friends who graduated from very prestigious universities and who got corporate jobs and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, like, to each their own. They have earned lots of money and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, no matter how much money I earn or how much money I don't earn, it's all about, for me at least, it's all about happiness and like time management. Because absolutely, like, I don't want to be like a slave to the corporate world. Or, man, I remember, and let me tell you before I end this, this is what the tipping point of when I quit my job. Okay, so this is October of 2022. My side business was at that time making about like, I don't know, 12K a month, and then my full time was make 5 or 6K, right? And then so I was already like 2 months away from about to quit my job. I'm like, okay, I'm good. So we had a trade show for my job in Tampa, Florida. And at that time, there were these typhoons or whatever, right? Passing through Florida at that same time. And I got a little nervous. And I told my boss, I said, hey, man, like, I don't feel comfortable getting on a plane knowing that all these like typhoons and hurricanes are. He's like, don't worry, man, you'll be fine. I said, that's it. I'm done. Really? I put in my resignation the next day. I said, screw that. I don't want anyone else to tell me what the heck I'm gonna do. Right. So I took control of my time, and that was the scariest time of my life. Don't get me wrong. My wife and I, we prayed on it. We like asked, you know, we just really prepared financially, mentally, spiritually. We got there 2 months early, but we got there.
I love that story. Hey there, if you're enjoying this content, I'd love to take just 60 seconds of your time and share something very close to my heart. You see, I was born in the beautiful country of Sri Lanka. I was fortunate to escape the civil war that plagued that country for many years. While the country has enjoyed peace for 15 years now, the effects of that conflict are still deeply felt, especially by children who lost their parents, siblings, entire families. But I'm not just here to ask for a donation. I'm here offering something valuable in return, an incredible opportunity that could positively impact your own life. I partnered with over a dozen top-tier industry experts in SEO, online marketing, direct mail, YouTube ads, copywriting, entrepreneurs, and more. These aren't just any experts. They are 7- and 8-figure business owners. They've built multi-million-dollar businesses. But more importantly, each of them have also helped countless people achieve success. By supporting this cause, you'll not only be making a difference to these children, but you'll also gain access to exclusive knowledge, secret trainings from these industry leaders. As a matter of fact, I was able to even twist their arm to give away exactly what's working right now on YouTube ads, in search engine optimization, and even in depth in things like, how to get clients, schema markup, cold email, a lot more. Some of them even agreed to give one-on-one mentorship and group coaching opportunities to those who donate, all available to those who support this charity. Click the link to join the waiting list where you'll get access to all this training and more. You will receive an email with a link to donate and unlock this exclusive content. Thank you again. Man, it's so authentic. You're not one of those gurus who's like, yeah, man, I make 100K a month. I've been doing that for the last 10 years, right? You're like, you went through the job, pretty much newly married, you're a young guy, and, quitting a job that's a lot. I totally get that.
Yeah, because all you know is a steady paycheck, right? 2 weeks is 2 weeks, I'm going to get this much. 2 weeks, I'm going to get this much.
Absolutely.
But as a self-employed, yeah, although I was making 12K that month, the following 2 months, then I was, it wasn't 12K, so basically as an entrepreneur, you're on commission basically, right?
Every time you and I talk, and we've discussed this, right? Every time we talk, we have all these business ideas, right? Right now you're talking and my mind's like, okay, number one thing, you mentioned you have your first Facebook ads client was a barbershop with 12 locations.
No, it was a boba, like boba, like drink.
Oh, okay. I heard barbershop, right? Because my first SEO client, one of the first ones, maybe like second or third, is a hair salon.
Okay.
And it's a hair salon suites. So she has the big hair salon and she gives these independent suite salons to independent contractors, right? And she's been with me almost 8 years, 9 years now, SEO client, pretty good client. And I think she just opened a second location now and she wants to fill those up. I think Facebook ads, I'm going to connect her with you because Facebook ads might be something,
Let me know. But see, the thing is, the reason I got into Facebook ads was I wanted to get into something where I can work remote, and number two, that I feel like would bring value to the marketplace. Because I remember when I would try to, start these businesses, they weren't like value packed, right? But what does everybody need? Customers, right? Yes. What does everyone not know how to do? Get customers. Well, I feel like there's a match made in heaven.
Let's deep dive into Facebook ads, right? You're an expert in that, okay? I'm from the SEO world.
Sure.
In the SEO world, you may or may not know, Boris, a lot of us, we put down Facebook ads when we're talking to clients because we tell clients, right? Hey, man, your ideal customer is searching in Google for your service and calling you out. And most of these clients have tried everything from Facebook ads to SEO to Google ads. And when they say Facebook ads, I personally tell them, yeah, Facebook ads is good, maybe, but literally think about it, right? If you're running Facebook ads, your ideal client is just browsing cats and dogs and Kim Kardashian and Donald Trump, and he sees your ad. He may or may not be actively looking. So how do you let's do devil's advocate. Like, what do you say to that? Like, how have you been able to have the success with Facebook ads with these?
Yeah, really good question. So how I break it down to basically an average business owner is, number one, what's your end goal, right? Are you trying to come out with brand awareness, or are you trying to like get people to call you or to go on your website or to visit your location? So how I break it down is Facebook ads is perfect for a cold audience, people who don't know you. Like you said, if I'm scrolling through Facebook and I get hit with an ad, it better be a freaking good ad to where it makes you stop, look, and be like, oh, this is interesting. I want to learn more. Let me stop, right? So that's my job, is to get people to stop their scroll. Facebook for cold audience. Google ads, warm audience. I'm already searching, right? If I need like a cell phone case, for example, I'm going to be searching best cell phone case, blah, 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 blah. And then that's where Google ads kind of pop up based on keyword search and bidding and all that. And then to tie everything all together is where we put email marketing, because after either Facebook or Google drives the person from the ad to the website, you got to collect that email, right? Because then after you collect the email, now I can talk to you one-on-one and get directly in your inbox.
So would Facebook ads work for every business, or would it work more for one kind of a business? Or
so I mean, so majority of my clients have an online store, whether they have a brick and mortar or not. They have an online store because and you also, there's a lot of factors, right? And I understand why SEO, you guys talk down on Facebook ads. So with paid ads, right? Yes, you'll get quicker results, but you'll also have to put up a lot more money, a lot more investment. With organic, like with SEO, with what you do, I don't know anything about that. It's obviously you have to optimize the website to where it gets to a certain page on Google rankings, correct?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So, but to answer your question, it'll work for most. So I've done Facebook ads and generated leads for realtors, both residential and commercial, all the way to like brick and mortar. Like right now, I have a dog grooming hotel that does about $1 million a year. And they contacted me. They're like, hey, we've been here 11 years. People just don't know about us, right? I said, how do they don't know about you? We don't do any marketing, but we've got to this point. So we feel like if you just help pour gas on the fire, it'll get us to the next. So now we've only been together for about a month and a half. We've generated probably like 20 plus leads for them already, right? Wow. And then to my like bread and butter clients is anyone with an online store, right? And anyone with an online store, you have to ask the questions. Hey, when you partner with these businesses, what do you do on a revenue standpoint per month, per year? Because when you partner with them, you're not just asking for a transaction like, hey, you pay me this and all good. Like you have to know that they can be able to afford you. If this guy runs an online store but only doing 10K a month, you have to ask them, hey, what's your profit margin? Because if I'm going to generate this many leads, you better be able to close X, Y, and Z, or hopefully that your website converts in order to break even with my fees, right? That's how you have to look at it. Because if you're just charging the same price that you're charging someone who makes 100K a month versus 10K a month, like you're going to lose that 10K client a month.
This is good.
Faster.
Yeah. So let me ask you first a little bit more about paid ads, right? And then I want to also ask you how you're acquiring these clients, because SEO clients, I can think of at least 2 or 3 clients I have right now. Yeah, they understand SEO takes time, but they need, every business owner needs leads right now. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I have a nail salon. I have a HVAC. I have a tiling contractor. Like everybody wants leads now. Med spa. So if we were to run ads for any of these, or you can give an example of one of your clients in the past or now, preferably not an online store. Maybe later on we can talk about online store.
Brick and mortar. Okay.
What do I have to look into? Because I've done ads in the past, haven't seen much success. So I know there's the copywriting thing in it. The offer should be there. The creative. Like, can you break it down and give me some examples? Maybe one or so.
Yeah. So really good example is my dog grooming client. Okay. So they're a brick and mortar. They are a pet hotel. And what works the best for Facebook ads, like you said, is a combination of creative, which is I always encourage short form video, always short form video, right? Because you can track that on Facebook, how many seconds people watch, how many times they click, the engagement. So you got to make it super engaging. The offer. So for us, we're offering first-time customers 3 free days of free doggy daycare at $138 value for free, right? And then so when people click that, it's like, okay, cool. And so that's essentially what it comes down to is creative and basically like the copy. So you gotta have 2. And just because you put it out there, first time it may not work. You got to test. It's continuous testing, right? Continuous testing. And the only way you'll know that is how many people actually sign up or call or click. And you have to be able to track that on the back end.
Would this work for somebody like my tile contractor, right? He does flooring, he does kitchen remodeling.
Yeah, it just
what kind of an
depends.
offer? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, you got to put out like, man, like you talk. This is a flooring contractor.
Yeah, he does flooring, kitchen remodeling. He builds saunas inside the house. Like he can
And
do.
there's so many. I feel like right now the tides are turning, or the tides actually have turned. Like if you go on TikTok or Instagram Reels, you know these like a lot of these blue collar workers or companies, so to speak, that are like boring, have made social media so like, what? You could do that, right? Like, man, there's a flooring contractor. I don't know. I see it through it like Reels and TikTok, where it's like soothing, where you're like patching the floors or whatever, right? And he's doing that, and there's like thousands of comments and thousands of engagement. And it's like, wow, this is cool. Even though people may be like from the other side of the world, but to that, it's like a proven concept that, yeah, that's your creative that people are engaging with that you can use for Facebook ads, right? So if you're like a flooring contractor, what I would do is I'd go on TikTok, go on Instagram, see what type of videos are trending in your industry. Now do that same exact thing, put your own touch to it, and now create a bunch of them, because that's free for you. Now, when you create those short form videos, put them on all the platforms. YouTube, it's free. TikTok, it's free. Instagram, free. Facebook, free. Even if it's the same one video on all 4 platforms, now you've touched all 4 different platforms. And I'll give you one example. My client did the same thing. We posted that same video on all 4 platforms. Their Instagram reel maybe got like 200, 300 views, which is whatever. Put it on TikTok, got 2,000 views, right? And see, it's just a different audience. Same content, just different audience.
But is I know an organic importance of organic, you want to grow the brand and all that. But did you use that for paid ads too, or is that different?
No, we used it for paid ads. So we took that same creative, and used it for paid ads, and then we targeted a 8-mile radius around her hotel, right? And so we targeted people who make a certain amount, because it's got to be disposable income. Because if you're going to pay for a doggy hotel, like you got to have money, right, to pay for that. You have to, different interest targeting. And so all these different factors that go into it. But what I'm saying is it all starts from the creative, and then you kind of build around that. Because if
so in this example, as a flooring client I have, or my med spa client, I see these videos, they say, hey, they just call out the audience. Hey, are you like, I'm in West Bloomfield, Michigan. Are you a West Bloomfield resident? Are you looking for flooring? We done this and we help this, and they do the editing and all the example flooring stuff. And we'll give you a 20% off. Is that the kind of a video, or is that?
Yeah, that it could be, right? It could be. Again, it's a bunch of testing. When it comes to, like, if you think about it, right? When you're on Facebook, you're not really looking for like a flooring contractor. So it's got to be engaging enough to where if it hits someone like you, like, okay, maybe I'll give it a shot, versus like if it's on a Google ad. So again, some businesses have more of an edge on Facebook.
I would say med spa and Botox and makeup, and that would have more of an edge.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. And you gotta be really creative with how you come up with your video. Oh, I used to look like this. Now I look like this. Check it out. So you gotta be creative, and you gotta do it within the first like 2 or 3 seconds. You have to hook people, because if I'm scrolling and I only have a limited amount of time on this stoplight, right? And oh, okay, so like that.
Exactly. So if I have a good creative like that for my med spa or whoever, right? And because I'm doing local targeting, is it enough to just test it for $200, $300? Is that not enough these days?
No, you got to budget at least 6 months. At 6 months, at like at least $1,000 to $1,500 a month, and just the ads budget. And so I think that's why people give up so easily on paid ads, is because, all right, I'll try it for a month. Well, damn, have you tried working out for a month and you see what happened? Nothing, right? Try working out for 6 months, and I bet you'll have a different answer. So that's why you have to like prepare for it. When I always talk to a client, and this is where my pitch has changed, or I always set the expectation. Hey, can you cover this ad spend for 6 months? Yeah, okay, cool. Now can you cover my retainer for 6 months without making $1 back? Okay, cool, great. Now we can talk. But if you can't, and if you're gonna struggle, it's probably best to point you in another direction. And that's where I've gotten to this point now is I don't try to take anyone and everybody, because that was me when I was first starting. Now I have to value my time because I got other clients that, you know, are making X, Y, and Z because we've gotten there from the beginning.
That's a great point. I love it. Awesome. So you're getting these clients, you obviously graduated to a point where you can pick and choose the clients because you can get them results, but you have to educate them. And it's the same SEO or ads. You cannot expect instant leads. You know, I totally get that.
Yeah, and I always just kind of shy away from anyone who like says, well, what can you promise me? Well, I can promise you that I'll work hard. What can you promise me, right? Like, can you promise me that when I send a lead, you'll close it? No. So, you know, so again, you have to set expectations. Oh, did I freeze? I'm sorry.
You are, but that's, I can hear you, but you're
okay. Yeah, you have to set expectations right after the get-go. And you always have to like check in with each other, because it's not like you just pay me and I do the work and I leave you alone. We have to continuously stay in communication because we're partners in this. If I generate a lead for you and I see it, hey, I'm gonna at least try to coach you through it. Hey, make sure to call them, email them, text them, let them know, hey, you booked on Facebook. Can we get you into our, you know, so something like that.
Wow, I love it. So let's change gears a bit, right? When you were just starting out, you still had a job. From that time to now, what has been your, I mean, what have all the different ways you've acquired clients? I mean, not just the best one, but just go through your journey maybe, and then we can talk about one of the best ones or something like that.
Yeah, so as a sales guy, right, I got really good at outbound, putting together cold email sequences. I got really good at it, and I'm still good at it, right? And so I used to put cold emails together and just like pitch and pitch and pitch. I hate cold calling, right? Like I hate cold calling. And so I did that. But like it's a good lead generator, but obviously like you have to have the branding and the case studies to back it up. Because if you generate a lead through cold, your website and your social media better prove or better show these people, oh, why is it worth my time to get on a call with this random dude who just emailed me, right? I've gotten leads like that in the past, and it's worked out for the most part. But what's really worked for me is honestly just word of mouth. Like I've been in this industry and doing my business in a total of 4.5 years now. It didn't take off for me until like 2.5 years in. I was still cold emailing, sometimes cold calling, because like I'd have zero revenue coming into the door. I'm like, dude, I better get my ass to like work. And then you get to a point where, yes, you've struggled through the year or two, and I built enough case studies. That's the biggest thing. You got to have case studies. Oh, why the hell should I hire you? I got that. Here, let me just send you my work. Let me show you before and afters, and then you can decide. Cool. It works for some, doesn't work for all. And then from there, it just becomes like when you lock a client in and it's a good fit, you want to generate good results for that person. And then when you start to climb, then hey, by the way, if you got any friends or family who has the same type of business or whatever, would you mind if I can like bless them with my services too? Because I'm a small business, you're a small business. Is there a way we can kind of just like, and then I can give you like $100 off the next month or something like that, you know? So you gotta work your network.
No, that's an awesome point. Your case study, is that like a page with different videos, just screenshots, or what is it?
Yeah, so it's I call it the boring and non-boring, right? So the boring is like, yeah, I have a PDF. I have like a PDF slideshow of like 8 to 10 pages. Each page has a case study, who the client was, the challenge, and how we solved it, right? With screenshots. That's the boring. The non-boring is my Instagram, where I'm very active. I've built my own personal brand, and I'm sure you probably have this discussion with other people where I've been blessed to build to like 13K followers. And I don't like say, oh my gosh, like I'm 13, like there's so many other people killing it out there, but I have 13K. And when I post case studies on my Instagram story, that's where people are like, oh, hey, that they'll reply to it, like business owners that follow me for a while, that we've chatted and maybe it wasn't the right fit. Oh, damn. Hey, by the way, do you got time next week? That's really cool that this client is doing this. I've been slacking, man. Can you hit me up? I said, sure. Okay, cool.
And your Instagram, so you got in clients from your Instagram.
Oh yeah, man. My Instagram is just like,
you've been telling this for me for years.
I've been telling you for years, Saravanan.
I started my Instagram 3-4 months ago. I got 13 followers. I made 4 videos and I stopped.
Tell you, man, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep it going. And so like when I post, and I'll tell you, I got one of my biggest clients back in 2021. through my Instagram, right? I posted a screenshot of a before and after of an online store that I had generated them to like 6 figures from nothing. One of the representatives was following me, DM'd me, hey, can you hop on a call tomorrow? I said, sure. We hopped on a call tomorrow. Like 3 months later, I closed a deal like $7,500 a month. Had them, they were really awesome clients. Had them for about like a year, and then they graduated from my services, brought someone in house, and then blah blah blah. Right?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah,
because I've never. So I have a Facebook group, and I get clients from that. But Instagram is something I don't know. I haven't. It's probably just an excuse I'm giving to myself, right?
it is an excuse. I'm gonna tell you this. I love you, man, but it's an excuse. Like people love doing business with people that they like with good people, right? Like you know how many other Facebook people are much better than what I do? Yeah, there's a ton. But I'm a chill dude, right? I don't micromanage. I get the job done, and I think why people resonate with me through my Instagram is like I'm a family man too. I got a wife. I got a kid that I got to tend to.
I know.
Right.
I checked out a video or a picture of you sitting and your 14-year-old is like reaching out to you. I saw the picture, you and your kid, right? And that connects with me because I have kids, right? You're not only just posting business all the time.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, just be human, humanize what you're doing, right? Like, yeah, I have a business that I enjoy, but after like my non-negotiable time is like from 4:30 p.m. Pacific to like 8 p.m. That's my standard. That's like my dedicated family time when I pick up my son, spend time with my wife, we watch a show. But like 8:30 to 9 p.m. when everyone goes to bed, oh, it's my time again. I'm doing something. I'm trying to tidy up my business, get a workout in, do something to like keep me fresh for the next day.
So let's dive into that because you are pretty good at organic Instagram followers, getting leads and clients out of that. Give me some nuggets, some examples, clients close, what you've done. Somebody listening to this, and I can use Instagram to sell SEO or anything, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you give us your journey, some examples, money made, any strategies that a newbie can do or anything like that, Boris? Let's dive into that.
Here's one of my big, and I'll give you guys the freaking answers, right? So here it is. So I live in a city up here in the Bay Area, Northern California, called San Mateo. Okay. And so I was invited. So I was in like maybe 8 months ago, I was invited to this like business association meeting for downtown San Mateo. So I went, it was a bunch of old people. I was like the youngest person, right? And one common challenge or problem that I heard was a lot of these business owners were complaining. Hey, there was like maybe 50 of us in the room. Hey, like no one can see my business. It's out in the corner, and the city of San Mateo, like you guys aren't promoting us like the way you're promoting the people in the local. Can you help me? Da da da. And like I heard the board of San Mateo was like, yeah, we can help you. Let's just put it in the queue. In my head, I'm like, what the heck? Like, what queue is this? Like this is simple, right? You just, but I get it, right? There's a lot of other things pulling out there on their plate. And so I went home. I like kind of talked to my wife. I said, hey, this is a problem I'm having. She's like, why don't you do like an Instagram thing, right? Just do something on Instagram, make it local. I said, all right, cool. So I went on Instagram. I created a page from scratch. It's called Go San Mateo, GOSANMATEO, 0 followers. And I was like, okay, what I'll do is I'm going to pop into these local businesses, right? In and around my little co-working space. And I'm going to just make a free video. I'm not even going to ask them. I'm going to be like, yo, give me 5 minutes. You don't have to say anything. I'm just going to do this. Cool. Went home, edited these videos, put a little nice voiceover on it. 20 videos later, which is like maybe a month later, I had people, oh my gosh, this is really cool. Like DMing me, right? Through the city of San Mateo, because I only focus on San Mateo local businesses. And then the Doggy Hotel, which I have now as a client, I went in there and I was like, hey, you don't know me. This is my Instagram. If you give me 5 minutes, I'd love to just promote your business for free, no charge. She goes, okay, cool. I go, by the way, are you the owner? She goes, yes, I'm the owner. My name is blah, blah, blah. I go, hey, blah, blah, blah. My name is Boris. Nice to meet you. Boom. Right. Relationship started. Oh, by the way, can I get your cell phone? I'm going to just text you this video after I make it for you. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. Boom. Okay, cool. So I make the video. I post it. She loves it. Right. On this. And again, I only have a couple hundred followers. It's nothing crazy. Okay. So this is like month 2. Fast forward, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing this with local businesses. She sees me and she DMs me now. She goes, hey, Boris, by the way, I'm trying to ramp up my marketing. Do you do marketing or do you just do this video stuff? Oh, Yeah, I do marketing. Yeah.
So let me stop you right there. You created this new Instagram page. It's not your 12,000 or 13,000 followers personal Instagram,
No.
right? You created brand new, and pretty much every day you just walk into businesses and say, "Can I take a video to post on my Instagram?"
Yeah, well, not every day. I mean, like, like every,
You're
once a
not
month.
buying anything,
Yeah.
selling anything, nothing.
No, because, and people find, man, they find it so valuable because you tell me, you think city officials are walking in there and being like, hey, let me help you. Yeah, right. Heck no, dude. Right. So that's why people find it valuable for me. And I can't tell you how many meetings I've gotten from just having this Instagram.
So this Instagram you started 8 months ago.
Yeah.
How many followers do you have now?
500.
500 followers is nothing, right, in Instagram?
I mean, it's not about the amount of followers, it's about who follows you and the value that you bring.
And you got at least one business client out of this Instagram.
No, I've gotten like, I don't know, 3. And then I've gotten maybe like 10 meetings from it, right?
Wow.
So to me,
how
it's
much
like,
money would you have made out of this Instagram?
Through the Instagram, probably like in reoccurring revenue, it's like maybe 4K a month. And then in total, like sales at this Instagram has generated me maybe like 8 to 9K.
4K a month recurring revenue. All you do is what, spend every week you walk into. Even if I decide today, and I don't know anything about Instagram, I start in my city, go my city page.
Oh, Bloomfield, Michigan, whatever.
Yeah, right. And I walk and I just take videos, I edit it, and I post it. And then it's going to automatically, organically, people are going to find it and start following it.
I mean, yeah. Okay, continue. Sorry.
No, right. That's all I keep doing. So I get the word out, Instagram, the Instagram, what do you say? Instagram channel?
Instagram page.
People start following it, and I can get leads because there are businesses who are seeing these videos and all that.
Yeah, essentially. But like you also have to sell on your end, right? So when I go in to these businesses, hey, by the way, I have this Instagram page. Can I connect with you? Sure, here's my Instagram. Boom. When you send it to them, you go, oh, here you go. Thanks. Enjoy, right? So you have to get a conversation started. Like pretty much me walking in there, that's kind of like the cold, right? That's the cold call. That's the cold email. When I make them the video to a business owner, you're like, to someone who just created a video for me, I didn't pay them. I don't know who the hell you are. Thank you. That's really cool. Oh, by the way, my name is blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. Now I have your phone number or your Instagram. Now I can talk to you, right? So then on the back end, when I'm doing things for my main marketing company, now they're following me. Now they see the results that I'm bringing this guy. Now they're curious, right? So it's all like, it all funnels into something, and you have to like think about the bigger picture rather than you just creating an Instagram and hoping and praying that something happens. You got to be working on the back end as well.
How big is your city of San Mateo?
San Mateo, I don't know, like less than 100,000.
So you don't have to be like a 500,000 population, million population.
Oh man, just I mean,
because
like
my city is 67, 70,000 population.
Do it. Yeah, you can literally start it right now. You can start it right now, right?
I think I can do it because I just go for a walk anyways. I may as well just pop into at least one a day. It's what, November 1st today as we're recording. Yeah. I can literally do it for 2 months in December. Let's say by the time spring, summer, April, March, April, in 5-6 months, I should have a few videos. And even then, if I start getting my first client, I'm fine.
You better have more than a few videos.
right.
So check it out. It got to a point where I was posting video. And again, right, like I post a video, leave it alone, and then I work on my main business, right? Because this is pro bono. Like this doesn't pay me what my agency pays me. It got to a point where the city mayor started following me, right? DMs me. She goes, hey, do you want to grab some coffee? I'm like, heck yeah, I do, right? Let's go grab some. And again, city mayor, it's nothing big to me. I'm not political. I'm like, whatever, right? You're just a regular person. We grab coffee. She goes, hey, by the way, you're doing such a great job. I want to hook you up with all these other businesses. Can I do that? I said, sure, mayor, I would love to, right? And why these people keep allow me to just like meet with them and stuff like that is because I bring value. I bring more value in the 8 months that this Instagram has been created more than like sadly, like the city, right? Because the city has so many things on their plate. But if you think about it, you're a small business. You need revenue. You need people coming in. Like all the other stuff, operational stuff, yes, I get, but it's all about sales. Sales or die, essentially, if you're a business.
I love that. And that's why I know every time we talk, we have all these ideas. It's crazy. I'm going to make a point to see if I can record it and I can have my VA start editing, or I can learn some editing from you, whatever you do. We'll get that going, definitely. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start, I have my own personal page. I should probably plan it out and do it more. I'll start doing that.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. One of the things I have done, I do that's helped my clients, and I don't know if it will probably help you also, is all these clients we have, right? Whether we do SEO, you do Facebook ads. I ask them, is there any way, any service, anything you have that we can help create a recurring income for you? Right. So one of the HVAC guys, he's not a client anymore now, to be honest, but last year summer he joined, right? HVAC guy, AC installations, AC repair, that's his main money. But we figured out a way where for commercial small building HVAC, right? He can put a program where, for $140 a month, 3-month contract, every month he will do just tune up like maintenance work kind of a
Maintenance
thing.
work,
Recurring income. He loved it because in the winter times, so every business, like my MedSpa client, I'm talking to about that, recurring membership, every single person. And that's something like, you're right, business owners, they don't care SEO, Facebook ads. There's so many these days and there's so much noise. The way you need to separate yourself, of course, you need to be good at your craft. That's number one. But then you need to provide value. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. And I also want to say this too, like, there's a lot of people that, I don't know, that may be listening to this. There's like, oh, I don't have any money to do this. Well, go get some, right? And like, it's tough stuff, but this is an investment. This is an upfront investment in yourself. Like I got to a point, Saravanan, where when I film maybe like 20 videos on the San Mateo stuff, I don't have time to freaking sit down and edit all the stuff. So I have an editing team that I hired. So I basically go in, I batch film on one whole day. At night, I upload all the videos. My team is already trained on what to do. By next week, 20 videos is now funneled back to me and rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? Because like, I can't be the end all be all. And I think that's what people have to understand too, is like, your time is so valuable. All right. I'm not going to give up my time from my family to like edit these videos. Like, I'm not a brain surgeon, right? I'm not curing cancer. Like, just figure out ways to delegate and get yourself out of the picture, but focus on the things that help push your business forward is what I'm trying to say.
Love it. Love it. Hey, man, I love it. I can continue talking to you. I know every week or so we touch base somehow on a WhatsApp or a call or something, right? So one of the reasons I'm doing these interviews is I'm about 10 or 11 people I'm interviewing. And then I'm raising money for a charity that's close to me. It's in Sri Lanka. End of this month in November, I'm going to Sri Lanka. So I want to have some some fundraising. And so instead of me just going to my audience and saying, hey, give me money because I'm supporting this charity, because everyone supports something. They have some cause to their heart.
Yeah.
I'm batching this together and giving away some of my trainings to somebody who donates. But then also I'm asking everybody I interview, like you and everybody else, and you can say no if you want to. Is there anything that for somebody who donates a little bit more, I haven't, maybe $47, maybe $97, a little bit more, is there anything that you can give away in terms of a training I can include so they get some value out of it? I mean, just by this call at 40 minutes now, I learned so much. I'm excited to try a couple of things, right?
You better.
Yeah, definitely, I will. But is there anything that you have, a training or anything that you can give away of value that'll help them, Boris?
Yeah, I could put together kind of just like a quick, like basically what I did with my San Mateo. You can literally go and insert your freaking city, right?
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, you can do that. And you could do it like today. But what I could do is I put together like more of a step-by-step blueprint of how you do it, because I feel like when people get to a point of, oh, okay, great, I only got halfway, but now I got to edit. Oh my God, I don't know how to edit. It's gonna take me hours. Don't worry, we've got a solution for that.
Oh, I love it. If you can do that, and that will be helpful, because it's one of the things I see people in my Facebook group. A lot of people, they are good at learning SEO, even though it's technical. But getting clients is a whole different thing, right? I'm not a salesperson. I have a job. I got a family. I got little time. I am afraid to talk to people, and so this is going to be helpful. Like, I can walk to any business right now. I think today evening, I eat out all the time. I can literally go to a restaurant and eat. Without eating, I can say, can I do a video to put on my Instagram? I doubt they're going to say no. Most of them will say yes.
You don't even have to ask. If you're like a paying customer, you just sit down and
Take a video of the
yeah,
food and the restaurant, and you're
food.
good.
You go to the front door. You're done in like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes,
Wow.
man. I'm telling
Two
you.
minutes a day. Like you literally walk into one a day, right? Let's just say 5 days a week you do it. That's 20 videos a month. You do it for
Yeah.
4 months. What, 80 to 100
80
videos if you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You will get somebody reach out to you with something, I'm sure.
You'll have something, right? Because then even if people aren't reaching out to you, now you have your page already built. You can reach out too, be like, hey, by the way, I do this, you know, I'm a resident, and who wouldn't want to at least take a conversation and coffee with someone who's dedicated and done all that work, right?
Love it. Thank you. I'll reach out to you offline for the training whenever you're done with that. I appreciate that. Two quick things I have for you before we close out, right?
Yeah.
I have a nail salon lady. She was an employee of the nail salon for the longest time, and she just bought it from the owner who retired.
Great.
Probably had this for 3 months now, this nail salon. Her own was no money. I have no money, but I'm doing a website for her for $1,000, which is doing a payment plan. And as I'm building more trust with her, I can see she wants leads, right?
Everybody wants leads.
Yeah, right. So I am thinking, and this may be a good idea, may not be a good idea, is I want to go and say to her, I don't know anything about the nail salon industry, right? But I'm thinking if I should go and say, hey man, I'd like to partner with you in some way. Because you're new, you don't worry about marketing. I'll take care of all of that. I'll come up with recurring membership information like programs, send calls, brand awareness, Facebook, Instagram, all of that we'll do. And maybe 10-20% equity revenue share, something. I don't know, right? But again, the question comes to, she may say yes, she may think about it, but if I can provide her, like, what can I do with Facebook ads to get some leads for a business owner who doesn't have too much money?
The truth is that's probably not your ideal client, right? Like,
okay, got it. Good point.
Look, you got to value your time as well. And I understand, hey, if you partner with them, they don't got to worry about it. You can generate the leads, all that stuff. But think about all the time and effort it sets you guys up on your end to generate that lead.
Good point.
So I really just, and I've learned the hard way. I've done that. I've partnered with people and they paid me commissions and stuff like that. But for the time that I'm spending for a $10,000 a month client, for a $2,000 a month, it's the same thing.
Yes.
So
that's a good point, because that's what we do with what I call a growth partner, at least 400,000 a yearly revenue. Then I go into this, but I was just thinking out, that's fine. Second thing is I have this lady, she sells Louis Vuitton and all these big handbags from her store.
Right.
She has a good Instagram, 12,000 followers on her Instagram page. She has no way of, I mean, she hasn't done any, she shipped a few here and there nationwide. What can we do for her? She's got money, she's established, right? How can I help her add value so I can also, we can do something together?
What is she? Is she a reseller?
She buys it. I have no idea how. I probably find out. She has a store with all these handbags, but she can ship it out too.
Got it. So, I mean, if she has an online store, she could just brand it as like, hey, if I'm Boris, the handbag guy, this is what man, like that type of content would kill on TikTok, like short form videos, right? Create short form videos. It's free.
She's got this good short form video. I think her daughter is in that. I can send it to you offline. Take a look at it.
Yeah, man.
But to get some quick, everybody wants leads fast, right? I was just thinking out loud.
Yeah. So, I mean, create the short form video and then you can use that to run Instagram, or you can use that to run paid ads as well. So it's like you're double dipping essentially. Right? So yeah, it's all about the creative, man. All about the creative.
I love that. No, I'm excited to wait and get the training from you, man, about just create a Go Your City page and then make money. That's like, you can't dumb it down. Like, go to a store with your phone to record it. Someone's going to edit it for you, and you're just going to post it, and people are going to follow you and start. I mean, anything simple is literally giving you money and saying go. Like, yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I get DMs all the time now where people are like, "Hey, I've been following you for a while. Can you swing by my store?" And now I'm just like, okay, but it'll be like $50. Oh, okay. Or it'll be at $100. So I mean, at least I'm putting some money on my time, because I do it for free, yes. But if you're asking me to go out of my way and do it for you now, so it's kind of a trade-off, and you have to also value your time, get to a point where you're like, all right, how long will I do this for free, and etc.
Good point. Good point. Good point. I love it, man. Yeah. Also, I can keep talking to you. I value your time. I appreciate that. Definitely, I'll reach out to you offline when you're ready with the training, because I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that, because there are all the other speakers are giving some training or the other. Some of them are giving their time. One person is even matching every dollar we are able to raise, but nothing like everybody wants to know how to get clients, right? And I think a lot of people, I mean, we have client getting methods in our SEO program, but you need to know a little bit of SEO, right? This is like, you have a phone, can you walk? You can pretty much get some clients.
And I'm telling you this right now, everybody wants to be an influencer to some degree. You want to be an influencer, right?
Absolutely, yeah, that's so true. My daughter, my 8-year-old wants to do that.
See? So it's the future, and if you got to adapt or die.
Love it, love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Boris. I appreciate that so much for this time. I enjoyed this talk. Thank you again.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everyone. Good luck.
You too.